Listening, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So on video. Okay. Sushanta. What happened?
Kitchen.
Kitchen? Kena?
Emni.
Huh? Emnia? किच्छु बोलबे ना किच्छु बोलबो
बोलो चेप्पू
बोलबे ना
चेप्पू मैम
Sobe good morning किचुना
चप्पा चप्पनो
चेप्पू
कुछ नहीं That's only you know. That's why you're telling okay. Okay. What's our last class?
CPR ma'am.
CPR, ma'am.
CPR ma'am.
Finish no CPR.
Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the ratio of CPR? Rahul, tell me what is the ratio?
Ratio.
What is the ratio? How many compressions you will give? How many breath you will give? Question 30:2. 30 compression, 2 breath. That is ratio.
Yes ma'am.
Okay. So today we will discuss about chest physiotherapy. Okay. So if you have any of a heart abnormality or any of the respiratory abnormalities, so usually you people are hearing that some watery fluid are going to accumulating in the lungs. Correct, no? So in hospital and all, they will tell no. Patients who are suffering with respiratory problem, any lungs problem is there means they will tell that something fluid is there in the lungs. That's why they did some procedures. So that is the one we can tell as chest physiotherapy means. Here, if the patients are having any of the fluid accumulation in the lungs or as well as the heart also, we can be perform this chest physiotherapy. Okay. Wait. All of you looking na screen? Huh?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So this chest physiotherapy means it's a group of the therapy. Therapy is nothing but it's a treatment. Okay. So what we are doing here means we are going to using the combination of when any of the secretions are there in the lungs. That is we can tell pulmonary secretions. Okay, so any fluid is going to accumulating in the lungs means we can tell as a pulmonary secretions. Understood now? So for the
Yes, ma'am.
removing of that fluid and the secretions, we are going to using this chest physiotherapy procedure. Okay, so especially any of the excessive fluid or any excessive means the secretions are there in the lungs means that we can be removed by the chest physiotherapy. So what is the main use here for the chest physiotherapy means here we are going to assist the coughing means. So if the people are having severe cough, okay, so everyone know that if you are getting cough, you are going to splitting the sputum. Correct now? So that sputum, the secretion, it is going to secreting in the lungs only. So for the removing of that coughing secretions, we can be perform this chest physiotherapy. And along with that, if that breathing muscles means lungs, so lungs are there, no? and trachea is there, respiratory system, trachea, larynx will be there. Okay, so that all the parts are going to collaborating like a muscles only. Okay, so when that muscles are not going to functioning properly, we can be perform this chest physiotherapy. And for the maintenance of good oxygenation and ventilation, we can be provide this chest physiotherapy. These are all the main uses. And what are the therapies we are going to involving here for the doing of chest therapy means here we are going to involving that postural drainage and the chest percussion and vibration. So these three is very much important to do the chest physiotherapy. It should be followed by the cuffing and suctioning to the patient. Means, so before doing of the chest physiotherapy, we have to instruct the patient that to do cuffing more, because by the doing of that cuffing more, that sputum, whatever secretions are there in the lungs, it will be comes out. Understood now? So after coming that out, we can be do the suctioning, and along with that we can be go for suctioning also. I told no suctioning procedure. So one tube will be there. We can be introduced into that esophagus and the stomach. We can be remove that excessive contents also. Okay. So that also we can be performed to the patient. Clear now all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Chest physiotherapy we should not perform patient when they are going to drinking anything or eating anything. After that, we should not perform this chest physiotherapy. And next is the indications. So in which cases we can be do this chest physiotherapy means it will be indicated for the patient, those who are having excessive cough, and when they are going to releasing that sputum, clear sputum, thick sputum, and localized secretions means in the lungs any of the secretions are there means we can be performed. So examples are cystic fibrosis. It means that there is a like a cyst tumor like formations in the lungs, and in case of that we can be perform this. And bronchiectasis, it's nothing but infection and inflammation to the trachea. Trachea, you know na, bronchial valves. So like this trachea will be there, lungs. Okay. So this is we can tell as a bronchial valves. This is the trachea. Okay. So when that infection is going to occur in these bronchial valves, we can be tell as a bronchiectasis. Clear now all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
And next is the atelectasis. It's nothing but narrowing of the bronchial valves. So it's nothing but when that bronchial valves are there, this much size means narrow means because of that uncontrolled circulation, that tube it is going to becoming thin. That is we can tell as a narrow. Okay, so that narrowing of that bronchial valves we can be tell as a atelectasis. Clear now all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is
ma'am.
the
Yes,
lung
ma'am.
option.
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing but pus is going to formatting in the lungs. In case of that also we can perform this chest physiotherapy, or any of the fluid is going to accumulating in the lungs. So for that is we can tell as a pneumonia. In case of that pneumonia also we can be perform the chest physiotherapy. So these are all the indications we can perform the chest physiotherapy. And contraindications, it means that in which cases we should not do. Okay. So when we should not do this chest physiotherapy means increased ICP. So increased cranial pressure. It means that so when there is a pressure will be more in the eye, that is we can tell intraocular pressure. I told now. So like that, in the same way, increased cranial pressure means pressure is going to increasing in the brain, cranium. Understanding what I'm telling?
Yes, ma'am.
So if there is a pressure is going to like this brain is there, okay? Pressure is going to increasing in the brain means pressure is going to increasing in the brain means we should not perform any of the chest physiotherapy, because so this chest physiotherapy mainly we are going to performing those people who are having the respiratory problem. Correct now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So for that respiratory center and cardiovascular center, for the maintenance of good normal function of this respiration and cardio, there is a center will be there, that is a medulla oblongata. It will be present in the brain only. Understood now? Medulla oblongata is one of the part. It will be present in the brain. Okay. So when that pressure will be more in the brain, that medulla oblongata part is not going to functioning properly. Clear no? So because of that, they will be have the still more respiratory problems and still more respiratory infections. So we should not perform when they are having the cranial pressure more in the brain. Clear no all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
along with that, any neck injuries or any of the neck injuries is there also, we should not perform. If there is any bleeding is there, more bleeding, hemorrhage is there, we should not perform this. And hemoptysis means, so when they are going to vomiting, through the blood they are going to vomiting. So in case of that also, we should not perform. And recent spinal injuries, any of the spinal injuries are there, in that situation we should not perform. Any of the rib fractures, ribs means, you know now,
Yes,
which will
ma'am.
be covered with the
Yes,
lung.
ma'am.
Yes, fracture or any of the chest failures are there, or if they're having any hypertension, more blood pressure, and anticoagulation means, so there is no anticoagulations for them. So there is a continuous bleeding is there. In that bleeding, clotting factors are there, okay, usually. But that patients who are there suffering with that problem, if they are not having any coagulation factors in the blood, it will be continuously become bleeding only. Okay, so if you are going and performing chest physiotherapy, still more bleeding will occur. So in case of that also, we should not perform. And any of the surgeries are done for the thoracic area also, we should not perform. Thoracic means neck area, okay. So if any surgeries are done for the thoracic area, we should not perform this chest physiotherapy. So these are all the contraindications, we should not perform in that cases. Next is the precautions. What precautions, like alerts, what we need to maintain, okay. So here, if you are going to giving injection to the patient, what precaution you will maintain? Carefully you will give injection, no, because that needle is going to pricking you means you will get some problems. Correct now? That is only we can tell as a precaution, okay. So here what we have to do precautions means, what all the alerts we need to maintain means, we have to keep near of us always suction apparatus, suctioning mission. Okay, so because if we are suddenly want to go for doing of chest physiotherapy, so that all the secretions will be come out. For the collecting of that secretions, there is a suctioning mission which should be there. Understood? Emergency airway should be there. Oxygen therapies also should be there. Cylinders, everything near of the patient only. And always we should not, we should maintain the vital signs for them and along with the treatment for them. And we can be provide adrenergic bronchodilators in a solution wise. It will be available so that we can be perform them. We can be give them. So if you are giving that adrenergic bronchodilators, it will be helpful to maintain a good functioning capacity for the lungs. So by that good function is there means we can be perform very well to chest physiotherapy. And along with that, we have to provide them any of the cough instructions prior to the therapy means we can be instruct them how to do that coughing, how that secretions we can be collect into the sputum cup and all. We have to explain them. And suctioning of trachea is essential. So especially mandatorily we should be do the suctioning to the trachea, because in the trachea all of the secretions are going to stagnating. That secretions we have to take out by the doing of the suctioning procedure. Clear now all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So next is the complications. What all the complications will be there means, so when you are going to performing this chest physiotherapy, sometimes patient may go for hypoxemia. It means that oxygen levels are going to reducing in the blood sometime maybe, and sometimes there is a compressions you are giving. Chest physiotherapy means compressions we are using for the giving of chest physiotherapy. So during that time maybe sometime rib fractures will be there, and otherwise there is increased cranial pressure means, so in the brain also maybe sometime that pressure is going to increasing because of this. And along with that they may go for the hypotension, blood pressure is going to decreasing, and pulmonary hemorrhage. So by the doing of this chest physiotherapy, sometime bleeding will be occur in the lungs also, and pain they will get more. Sometimes injuries also will be get for the muscles and all, and they will have more vomiting. And bronchospasms means there is a means the lungs will become very much spasmodic means like a twisting nature it will come. So every time patient will feel the pain in the lungs because of that bronchospasms. And dysrhythmias means rhythms, cardiac rhythms, whatever is there normal, it will be get disturbed. That is we can tell dysrhythmias. And sometimes excessive lung volume means whatever the size of lungs will be there, that will be become more because of this means the chest physiotherapy. These all the complications will be there. Next, we can see that equipments used in chest physiotherapy. So usually we can be use the Trendelenburg bed. I will show you that picture Trendelenburg bed. And pillows you have to use, patient gown and towel, sterile cloths, basin and stethoscope will be there. So must and should suction apparatus should be there, suction mission and mechanical precursors and cardiac monitoring, pulse oximeter means for the vital signs, whatever things needed, that all we have to maintain, and chest radiography and emergency airway also we have to maintain. And next is the procedure of chest physiotherapy. First, we have to assess the chest X-ray for the patient. So before that, admitting means after admission into the hospital, everyone they means doctor is suggesting that patient to go for the X-ray. So by the taking of that X-ray, we can be find that any abnormalities are there in the imaginary studies. So after that, we have to assess the patient respiratory rate, how much of respiration he is taking and how much of space he is taking to take second breath and how that breathing regulations are there, we have to perform. And next, we have to assess the breathing level along with the rhythm levels. Skin color we have to maintain because when they are not having proper oxygenation, because of that there is a cyanosis formation will be there. So it means that bluish discoloration of the skin we can be observed. So for that reason we have to check the skin color also. And blood pressure of patient and heart rate of the patient we have to maintain. And if we have to instruct that patient to take the deep breathing and all, by that it will be helpful to like exercises for the respiratory system. And along with that, after that we can be go for the performing of the chest physiotherapy. Okay. So in that before that doing of procedure to the chest physiotherapy, we have to check the reaction of the patient and whether patient is feeling discomfort or comfort, any difficulty breathing is there, dyspnea, and any of the heart rate abnormality or rhythm abnormalities are there, or any respiratory problems are there, that we need to observe to the patient. And sputum production. So while they are going to coughing more, that sputum will come out. Okay. So that sputum we need to collect in a sputum cup also. And along with that, we have to check that whether they are having any sound breathing, any skin color changes, and mental status examination we have to do means for the finding of their mental status. Okay. And oxygen, how much they are taking, that we need to check, and how much of the blood pressure we have to find. So these are all the things we have to perform before that, all the things. So next we can be go for the therapies. I told that this chest physiotherapy is going to involving with the 3 therapies, that is clapping, correct now? Vibration, postural drainage. Okay, for one by one we will discuss. First is clapping, and also we can be called as chest percussion. So what we are doing means here we are going to involving that rhythmically clapping on the chest wall. So where the chest is there, at the chest wall area, we are going to clapping over the area being drained to force the secretions. Means if any secretions are there means in the chest area, we can be find by the doing of this chest percussion. So all of you know that what is the percussion. We are going to tapping the patient. By that we can be know any of the gaseous fluid accumulations will be there in the body. So that we need to perform. And after that we have to position the hand. So the so the fingers and thumb touch and the hands are cupped, means we can be use this method. Understood? Correct position for this clapping is, this is the one we can be used for the doing of the clapping. We can be sometime little bend the fingers, then we have to do this procedure of clapping or percussion. Clear all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And next we can be go for
Yes, ma'am.
performing other chest percussions. So that we have to go for first stringing the chest. It means this because of the chest physiotherapy and all, chest is going to will become the stringing, and along with that alternatively we have to use the cupped hands for the giving of therapy to the patients who are suffering with the chest physiotherapy. And that procedure should be produce a hollow sound and should not be painful. Means when we are going to performing this procedure, we have to means apply that all the things slowly for them. And if any painful situation is there means we should not perform this. Clear all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
And this percussion is contraindicated in the patients with the bleeding disorders. It means that if the patient is having any of the bleeding disorders or any of the osteoporosis, so for that any of the fracturing for the ribs or any open wounds are there, we should not perform this percussion. And along with that, we should not percuss over the spinal area. Means there is a spinal cord will be there, sternum will be there, stomach also is there. So we should not percuss on the spine of the patient or sternum or stomach, means anterior portion of the parts to the patients only. Okay. Clear now all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So next we can be go for the vibration. This vibration is one of the gentle method only. We are going to shaking the pressure and apply to the chest wall. So this is, it will be helpful to move the secretions into the larger airways. Okay. And that nurse who are there, that nurse uses the rhythmic contractions. Means for the doing of that, working of that things, we have to give the contractions for them and relaxations also. So by that we can be maintain a good vibration. So we can be control the vibration things for the patients. And along with that, during that vibration, we have to place, means we have to place our hand in a flat area and we have to assign the puffs to the people. And along with that, it will be helpful to the patient exhalations. Means if the patients are having not taking proper oxygenation, that chest wall is going to becoming very much hard. Correct, no? So for the maintenance of that good vibration capacity and all, we can be use our knowledge to give the good treatment for the patients. Clear, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This after vibration, we have to encourage the client to take the good cuffing and to take the good expectorants. It will be helpful to remove the secretions and that we can be collect through the sputum content. So next is the post-wall drainage. So it's mean that it is one of the technique we are going to using in a different positions and it will be helpful to drain the secretions in the bronchial airways. Means in the lungs airways, whatever is there, through that it will be helpful to control that drainage. And along with that, gravity is going to helping to move the secretions in the trachea. It means that, so if any of the secretions are there in the lungs, it will be stagnated like a secretions into the lung and trachea only. So that we need to take out, otherwise it will be have the very much difficulty in that. So we have to go for the doing of surgery, suctioning also for the removal of that secretions. Clear now all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So what is the main goal of this postural drainage? Means it will be helpful to draining of any of the secretions into the mucous areas or any of the affecting lobes areas. Okay, so that can be maintained by the doing of this postural drainage. And all the patients are not going to requiring any of the drainage for all the lung segments also. So we have to go for the procedure must be based on the clinical findings. Means according to their clinical and all, we have to go for the explaining up about the postural drainage. So next is in the postural drainage, that person is and tilting or dropped at an angle to help the drain secretions from the lungs. Means this postural drainage is going to helpful to drain the secretions into the lungs and all by the providing of chest physiotherapy. So these lower lobes are very much important to require the drainages, and it means in any of the drainages abnormalities there means it will be have the main source of chances to get the to spread the microorganisms. Correct now? Yes, ma'am. So that reason we can be change the environmental areas and we can be change the drainages near of the home setup areas. So by that they will be feel very much comfortable. And along with that, the client that means for them we can be provide a bronchodilator medications also, or otherwise we can be provide nebulization therapy also. So these procedures are going to helpful to remove the secretions from the people. Clear now all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if the patient are suffering with the postural drainage, we have to give 3 times continuously 3 times daily we have to give the medications for them depending on the lung congestions we have to give. And the best time including before that breakfast is, that means what is the best time to take the medications and to do this procedure before the breakfast time means before that lunch time or after the late afternoon also it will be helpful. Means whatever that procedure you want to do means before that having food only it will be helpful. After that having a food you can't perform this because they will get the vomiting sensation by the doing of after the session of the food. Clear all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is one of the best way to use and to implement after the meals for the patients and all, and it will be helpful to drain all this can be tiring and can be induce the vomiting means. So when you are going to maintain this postural drainage and all, it will be initiate the vomiting feeling also, and along with that it will be helpful to the patient to maintain the appropriate position and all, and it will be require the drainage, nothing but suctioning machine also to do the suctioning of all the waste means chemicals, whatever is there. So that is the one we can be tell as a postural drainage. All of you understood na chest physiotherapy?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts are there?
What is pneumonia, ma'am?
Pneumonia means fluid accumulation in the lungs.
Okay.
So like these lungs are there na. So for the covering of these lungs, there is a pleural is there, pleura, okay? So from these lungs to pleural layer, in middle of this, there is a pleural space we can tell, okay? So the chemical solution which will be circulated here, that is the one pleura, okay? So this fluid only we can tell as a pneumonia. When that fluid is going to accumulating in this pleural space, so that is we can tell pneumonia. Clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, pneumonia is caused by bacteria, ma'am.
Huh?
Pneumonia causes by bacteria, ma'am.
Pneumonia?
Bacteria in the cause of pneumonia.
Yeah, causative organism is bacteria is there. But I am telling what is pneumonia means because of that causative organism, abnormal fluid is going to accumulating in that pleural space. So because of that only they will develop the pneumonia. Understood?
Okay.
Then any doubts are there still? What happened? When you people will come here?
తెలియదు మేడం.
Hey, Karnataka, Anil,
Yes, ma'am.
ట్రాన్స్పోర్టేషన్ ఉంది కదా మనకు, మీరు రావచ్చు కదా బళ్ళారి స్టూడెంట్స్.
అవును మేడం, బట్ వాడు చెప్పలేదు మేడం.
మీరు అడగండి అట్లీస్ట్
ఎవరికి
ఇక్కడ
మేడం?
మీ సార్ని అడగండి, మీ అడ్మిషన్ చేసిన వాళ్ళని అట్లీస్ట్ ట్రైనింగ్ కన్నా వెళ్ళొచ్చు కదా హాస్పిటల్.
శిల్ప మ్యామ్ అడుగు.
ఎవరినో ఒకరిని అడగండి, అప్రోచ్ అవ్వండి, బెటర్. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు స్ట్రెంత్ తక్కువ ఉన్నారు, అట్లీస్ట్ మీరు ట్రైనింగ్కి వెళ్ళొచ్చు. అందరు వచ్చిన తర్వాత మీరు వెళ్ళలేరు, చాలా స్ట్రెంత్ ఉన్నారు.
ఓకే.
ఇంకేం మరి? దెన్ వాట్ ఎల్స్? వెన్ వెస్ట్ బెంగాలీస్ విల్ కమ్? సురాజిత్.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
What, ma'am?
who's playing that sound, sir?
My brother.
You tell him to do mute now. Why he's playing songs? The class is going on now. Won't listen your words, huh?
What, ma'am?
He won't listen your words, huh?
I tell him to stop music.
One beat you give him. Me means like that only. If they are not listening my words means I will do like that only.
Me too, same.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then chest physiotherapy understood, na? I think soon only your syllabus also will finish fundamental. I think 1 week. Maybe. I will try within 1 week I will complete. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
What about anatomy? Anil, అర్థం అవుతుందా?
Anatomy, ma'am. అలాగే
నేను చెప్తుంది అడుగుతుంది నేను చెప్తుంది అర్థమవుతుందా అంటున్నా.
మేడం.
నేను అదర్ క్లాసెస్ నాకు తెలీదు, నేను చెప్పేది అర్థమవుతుందా అని అడుగుతున్నా.
అర్థమవుతుంది మ్యామ్.
సరే అయితే ఓకే ఫైన్. బాయ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
ఓకే బాయ్.